And welcome everyone to this week's shed adventure. Well, a few people commented what I was doing dressed in tight lycra. Apparently it wasn't the prettiest sight in my last video. And of course, we cycle to keep fit, cycle to keep the signs of aging away. So I thought before we got the canoe out, I would do a quick video and just show you one of my 20-mile routes. And to keep it of interest, we're going to look at an infantry fighting village. There is, in the middle of Salisbury Plain, a complete mock-up built around the 70s of a German village. It looks German, it's laid out like a German village. It was. So back in the days of BAOR, British Army of the Rhine, 160,000 trained troops in Germany facing the Russian hordes, we could train to fight in the villages, which is the tactics we were going to, very similar to what they're doing in Ukraine now. Don't fight in the open fields, defend the villages, and try and attack the enemy's flanks. Defilade fire from an enfilade position, I think, is the technical military term, but let's forget that. So we'll cycle out. We'll huff and puff down a few hills, and without getting too much attention, we'll have a look at the infantry fighting village because it's very interesting, and we'll see how we get on. All right, let's go out and have a quick shed adventure. So, don't know quite what the resolution is like on here, but there is where we're going. So we're going down this slope. You've got no idea how steep it is. It doesn't come across, but I think you can gather it drops away. Along that ribbon down the bottom and then up there, all the way to the skyline. And actually, if you remember the trig point video, the trig point is actually just over the skyline up there. And then what I'm going to go and show you is a German village in the middle of Salisbury Plain, mystery ghost village. And we'll have a little explanation about what that's all about. I'll see you huffing and puffing at the top of that slope. So we've just come down that hill. That's the hill I was talking about. We just dropped down there, down this path, and we're going to cross the A36 Devizes Road. Here we can see that the risk of fire is moderate. Oh no, it's high. Okay, the plain, Salisbury Plain is drying out, and obviously they're firing incendiaries, and what really gets us is the alum shells. They really are white phosphorus and they really do burn. So we're going to go across the A36, across the tank crossing, and up that hill. What a beautiful, beautiful day. So we've made it. We're now at the highest point of the ride, I would think. Sadly, we've got to lose all this height in a minute. I think you can see where we came from right over there in the distance. Really difficult. See that road? That's that steep hill we came down. And we're looking out, oh, well, to the horizon. 15-20 miles maybe across Salisbury Plain. So here we are, cycling with one hand. With an expensive iPhone in my hand, with a GoPro's just bouncing all over the place. It's connected to the handlebars. Good idea, but I just don't think that's going to work, and I'm sorry about the wind noise, everybody. We'll stop in a minute. So here we have our next obstacle. You can see the road in the distance. There's a big valley between us and the top of that road, so I'm going to have to put this away, because the technique here is to go down here as fast as I possibly can and get as much speed up as humanly possible to to help us whiz up, whiz up the other side. So, and then hidden over there in the trees is what we've come to see, the ghost village, the infantry fighting villages of Salisbury Plain, or at least one of them. We'll have a look at some of the others in other adventures, but this is probably the biggest one and the easiest one to get to, although you never find it on a map. Let's go and see what they're doing today. I don't hear much shooting and the red flags aren't up, so we're probably in luck. So here we get our first glimpse of the infantry fighting village. Now we will go a lot closer, but it is covered in security cameras, and a strange bloke, given all the training that everyone's doing for Ukraine, on his bike with a camera is not going to potentially go down well. So we'll take a few shots from a distance and we'll snatch a few shots as we go past. We'll be staying on a right of way, so nothing illegal, but a man in a high vis is likely to come out and ask me what I'm up to, and shooting a video for Shed Adventures may not be my get out of jail free card. But there's the infantry fighting village, and we are again right up on the top of the plain. And if you are a gravel cyclist like I am, for a gravel man, this is gravel heaven up here. Almost as many miles of beautiful gravel track. Gravel cyclists will tell you you don't get this in England, you only get this in America. Well, the best kept secret of England is Salisbury Plain, but don't tell anyone. Shh, keep quiet. Well, as you can see, another slope. Oh, I'll stop at the bottom because I'll show you some of the trenches that were used in the filming of 1917s, and so I won't have any momentum to go up. There we are. That's what I sacrificed for my filming. Okay, see you in a minute. So I'm out of puff and the camera's shaking, but we're at the top of the big hill. There we go, that's where we were up there. There's the trenches down there for 1917. And here, nestling in the lovely countryside, is a very small part of the infantry fighting village. There's a sign telling me not to dawdle and not to touch anything. So let's just go along one little bit and snap another quick shot, and we'll move off. Okay, we won't dawdle here. You can see the vast array of security cameras up here, and what we'll do is we'll have a look down the main street, and you can see that it's been set up for training certain young men that are fighting in Europe in street fighting and what they call FIBUA, fighting in a built-up area. They're learning all the skills they're going to need when they get in these small villages or Bakhmut or somewhere. So we'll just have a quick shoot in a second down the main street, but not for long. So there we are. There's the main street, there's all the rubble. It's been cleared. They've had the diggers in, but normally it covers the road. There's a blown up command vehicle there. I used to drive one of those in Germany as a young lad 30, 40 years ago. Sultan. And there's a flag. Not sure which country flying at the end. Right, we won't dawdle. And that's all I'm going to show you, although it's a big plot of land. We will move on. But there we are. And there we are, the other side. Final shot of the village in all its glory. There's a few people there in high-vis vests moving about. I think they're having a clear up. I can see a JCB in its flashing light having a dig. Just had a lovely dog fox run across the track, stood there and looked at me. They don't quite, if you're on a horse or a bike, a lot of wildlife don't quite register in the same threat manner as a person on foot. It's funny. There we are. So there we have a perfect shot of Heartbreak Ridge. And up there, two boys from the farm, cutting silage, making hay for the winter, feed the cows, keep us all in milk. And when people say the Lake District, the Yorkshire Moors, or here is natural, beautiful, nothing natural about it. Lake District looks like the Lake District because of sheep. And if they weren't sheep, it wouldn't look as lovely as it does. And same with here, all this beautiful grass needs a little bit of help from Mother Nature. Okay, deep breath, low gear, get this hill done. Home for tea and medals. There you are, giant lawnmowers and the biggest lawn you ever did see. Marvellous. Always wanted to drive a tractor. They've got a long few days. That's all got to be cut, dried, baled and put away for the winter. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I did. We're getting fit. We're now trying ginger nuts. Is our latest dunking experiment. So, yes, if you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe. And next time I see you, hopefully it'll be out on the water with the canoe. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Bye bye now.